Hi guys, Jackdaws here, and today I thought I would do a sort of, I don't know, my recommendations on which tank you should get at rank 1, or the lower rank 1, if you are a rookie in the game and you don't know what tank you should choose on the Geometries. And I'm gonna start off by having a game in the 38T Ausführung A, and I'm not going to spoil anything for you. So, as you might hear, I'm under the weather. There's nothing I can do about that except to talk to you a bit louder with my very white, low down and gritty voice. So if you like that, you're lucky, because these will be a few days where I'm sounding like this when I'm recording. And then I'll be back to my usual suave, soft voice that you all hate or love. There's nothing I can do about it. You just have to live with it. And I also thought I might just mention that we're gonna have one game in each tank, and I'm gonna show you the highlights. So this isn't gonna be a super long 1 hour video where I force you to sit through the whole games. I'm just gonna show you the highlights and the strengths and the pros and the cons of the tanks, and what you can expect from them, and how they are to play in the game. So yeah, let's get started. Let's start with the Pzkfw 38T Ausführung A. Okay, so we got 4 kills. I'm gonna win this, guys. I'm gonna win. I believe in myself. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna clear that cap circle. So this tank is probably a tank that you've seen before in movies, or at least in one movie that I made about how to knock out T-44s at rank 1. And I chose this tank because this tank is actually, it has a very good anti-tank gun. Hit that T-28 high. So at this range I'm gonna have the upper hand on that T-28. And I'm actually firing APCR, don't ask me why. So we're gonna switch over to normal AP rounds.
The gun's reloaded!
And I think I'll just stay here, to be honest. Over there. Let's try to lock in the shot. Yeah. He thinks he's in good cover. I'm gonna knock him out. You see, this tank is just a beast at rank 1. Very good velocity on the cannon. And shells are great if you're using normal AP rounds. It's a really solid tank. Whoops, 640. That's gonna be a problem. I need Arta now if I'm gonna beat this tank.
Requesting for artillery fire!
Roger that. Fire!
Perhaps you haven't seen it. Oh, we got the good now. There. He's moving. Okay. Got the driver. He's in a very bad spot. Okay, let's try to go for it. I thought it was in an angle where he couldn't really do anything against me. Apparently not. So I'm gonna try to go around him, I think. Bomber incoming as well. This might be the death of me. Can skirt around, try to flank him, come up from an alternative angle or something like that. Meanwhile, buy myself some time. Whoa, bombs way there. This was kind of got the drive handling on this tank isn't great. That was a no-go hit. I'm trying to stay out of his elevation. Got him! Yes! That was oh, SU2 coming in. Move it! Move it! No! Oh, missed me. Holy craps. So what do? I'm gonna go Cap A. So I can do that. I don't care about B at this point. SU2 incoming. Gonna try to stay evasive here. Oh, it's out of bombs. No. Got my suspension. So far we're at 7 kills. Not too bad. It's coming in again. Doesn't see me. Yes, he does. That's amazing. And he crashed. So that's good. And we're up against the T-26. So this is a even Steven fight here. Let's see. So that guy is actually quite decent. Whoa. Let's try to arty this guy.
Roger that. Artillery, fire!
Let's wait for him to fire or move. He's moving. Way too low. And my reload is terrible. He's moving still. Let's just stay put, see where he goes. He's there. That's good. This loader is injured. Good shot. So, oh, that's a problem. I think the Shikers have missiles. Well, we're about to find out. Evasive maneuvers. Yes, he missed. And hit a 3. Now it's just me and him. And we have 4 minutes left. Alright, let's RD him up there.
Requesting for artillery fire!
Roger that. Confirming fire.
Yeah, you have to move now. And that's a killing shot. And probably the win. Let's reverse up here. That guy has died 4 times. And as I've been saying so far about the Pzkfw 30AT, there's really not a vehicle that can match this tank at this rank. This cannon is just brutal. The velocity on the gun is just super, and it's basically just a point and click gun. And I won the game. Unbelievable. So we got almost 2000 RP. That's a double, by the way, I think. Yeah. But some nice research there. I can buy probably all the modifications for the tanks and so forth. Okay, so that was the Pzkfw 30AT Aufklärung A. And let's move on over to a different tank. This one, the Aufklärungspz 30AT. So it's basically the Pzkfw 30AT Aufklärungspz F with a 20mm gun and a sloped turret, open top turret. It's the beefed up version, so you get 50mm of hull armor all along the front. That makes this thing at battle rating 1.3 immensely dangerous. It's terrible to face. And I'm gonna have a RB game in it, and we'll see how it plays out. As I said, it has the same battle rank as the Pzkfw 30AT A model, and it's just 0.3 battle rating above the Pzkfw 2, and the same battle rating as the Pzkfw 4, and a bit lower than the Pzkfw 3. Let's start off with the Aufklärungspz for the AT. I just wanted to show you that I'm going to use high velocity armor piercing shells only. And if you get this tank in the bundle, you will get it fully kitted with all the modifications unlocked. And as you can see here, this tank is pretty heavy for being a scout tank. It's not that fast going uphill, and that has to do with its heavy armor protection in the front. One would think that this tank would actually be quite fast, because it's a it's a light tank. It's slow to build up speed. It has almost the same acceleration as a KV-1 tank. For some of you rookie tankers in the game, you won't know what a KV-1 is yet. Well, whoa, T-28. Half of his crew is gone. Let's give him another round. I'm gonna aim for the turret. Yeah, he's good. He's done, man. Okay, let's reload. And hopefully rinse and repeat. Alright, next we're on Karelia. Let's help those Finns defend the Karelska Näset against those Russians. Oh, I selected random spawn points. Never mind. I'm gonna go where I intended to go. Anyway. And I really like the detail with the crew inside the turret, or inside the tank. I haven't been playing it all that much. I had a few games in it at the start of when they launched the tanks on the open beta server. I haven't played this tank all that much, so I thought it would be a nice little mission for me to try to have a few more games in it now. Let's see if we can nail that T-28 there. Yeah, you see, whoa, cannon barrel hit. Let's give him the good artillery treatment and stay in cover. Let's back up, reload, go back in, and try to get the better hit the turret ring. As you can see here on this kind of range, this gun isn't really effective. So now I'm gonna have to work with my 50mm of armor on the tank, and also trying to angle it slightly. Got the loader, and I'm working with the angles, and oh, I knocked over a tree. So let's put down some more RT.
Artillery, clear reference.
Roger that.
I also see a T-26 trying to move up to flank. That's not so... Oh, he's in the ditch now. You see, that T-28 can't really damage my tank, but since I'm hitting his machine gun turrets, they act as base armor. Cannon barrels out, that's bad. So we need to repair that. 1 second to go. Let's go, come on. Let's do this. I'm hitting the side of his turret. Is that the main turret? Or is it the... Oh, got him! Nice! And there's the other one. 2 easy kills. Perhaps not the most efficient camo pattern on a T26, but very pretty tank that was. Yes, talking like Yoda I am. Oh, never mind. So let's go over Cap C and try to win the game. I'm kind of in a tight spot right here. It's not a good spot to be in because I can get shot from any angle. I'm gonna try to back up. So, a lesson from that little encounter. While this tank is very, very tough and can take a lot of punishment, it's not the best at range. So beware of that. I'm kind of suspecting that there's someone there. Spider senses were tingling. I was kind of starting to think that, yeah, they're gonna come up behind me because I haven't encountered anyone from that direction as of yet. T60, and I'm also getting strafed by... Whoa, I'm getting bombed. I missed terribly. No problems there. We have a tank incoming. That's a T28. Let's try to get him. Let's give him some arty. That's a nice thing about this tank, you get artillery. Got the cannon breach. Let's try to track him. Make him forced to stay put there. Suspension hit. I'm going for the side of the turret once I see him. Ah, never mind. Let's try to move up. This angle is very weird. Got the commander. Yeah, and we got the kill assist. And they're capping B. So we're going B then. Reloading as we go over. And here comes the worst part about this tank. You have basically no gun depression at all. So this is what you need to do. You need to get down into a depression of sorts in order to angle the gun downwards. But if played right, this tank can be your go-to have fun tank. Because 1, it has some decent armor, so you can take hits, and 2, it has a nice gun with some nice rounds that can do some damage, and 3, you get to shoot a lot, so that's always great, okay? So, next up in the test will be Pzkfw 2 Aufklärungspz. It's sitting at the battle rating of 1.3, and I've done some analyzing, and it seems like this tank is actually an modified version of the C version, and the C version has some angles on the front of the tank that this tank doesn't really have. It has a reworked hull chassis, and there's also a guard here for the turret ring, so that it will bounce off shells, and that's the only difference I've found. I've also found that this tank can take 30 rounds more than the Aufklärung C, so it's not much of a difference. It's the same engine in both of the tanks and roughly the same kind of armor on the tank. It's just slightly reworked. So let's have a game in it and see how I fare. So I just wanted to show you that I'm going to use armor piercing incendiary ammo only. flip the turret to the left. No. There's no tanks here. Where are they? 2 of them are dead already. So we're gonna go down here. Try to knock out those T-26s. There he is. He's seen me now. This is gonna be a tough duel. Or a hard duel. Oh man. Got the loader. That's gonna make him a bit... Got him! Got him! Let's see whether we can... I'm gonna try to go for the cap. I know that that guy at F6 is up there. So I should probably turn around the turret. We need to cap as well. And the T-26 just died, so that's great. Gonna try to side scrape around here. In case you don't know what side scraping is, that is when you try to go around the corner like this, at a slight angle and reversing. Because if you do that, you will show much less of your tank. And should you just go straight around the corner. So we're gonna side scrape again here. Because apparently there's someone on the... You see, like this, I show a lot less of my tank to him. He did a bit of skid there. Gonna try to knock him out with a side shot. Yeah, done deal. So by doing this, I show a lot less of my tank, and what I show towards the enemy is at a very nice angle. So we won the game. Not a bad game for being reserve tanks. So this tank using only API rounds isn't all that bad. Protection and penetration value on the rounds, great. And the protection on the tank is also quite nice. It's a lot improved if you compare it to the C model. So that was the Pzkfw 2 F model. Now we only have 2 more tanks to have a look at, and I'm gonna start off with the Pzkfw Aufklärungspz C. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're on Mostock. What I wanted to show you was that I'm gonna use high explosive anti-tank rounds as well as normal AP CBC rounds when I'm playing this tank. So here we go. I also have 11 HE rounds. You don't really use them all that often. So we're coming up on the flank on the A-cap, and I've spotted my first enemy tank. But I'm not gonna stop to fire just yet, because this tank is terrible at long range. It only has a short 75mm howitzer, although a 75mm howitzer can be quite devastating to the enemy team. It's not that accurate at long range. That was complete... Whoa! Oh my god! Yeah. After that first little demonstration of the weak armor on the Pzkfw 4, we're gonna try to have another game. This time, hopefully a slightly better one. So, this tank, yeah, the first, no, not the first version of the Panzer IV, since it's the C model. but one of the first models of the tank. It was actually meant to be an infantry support tank, so that's what it does best, firing HE rounds from its short and a bit stubby 75mm howitzer. So I'm gonna try to stay here for now to see how things develop on the battlefield. Okay, so basically I'm on flank support now. I'm just checking the flank, keeping my guys secured. There, T-28, he's seen me. That's a hit, good hit. Got the loader and commander. Another decent hit, not the best. And he's dead. And I am one lucky fellow, because I was in quite a bad situation there. Really exposed up on the hill here. That was not so smart of me to position myself like that. Okay, T-26, let's go down here, get some cover before I get fired upon. Gonna try to correct the angle of the tank, see whether we can fire. Oh, he's dead. Is he? Yeah, he's gone. So I suspect that this tank will actually be best at close ranges. Close quarter combat will probably be the place where this tank really shines. Still, you have quite a capable medium tank here, capable of taking out most enemy tanks, since it actually have this heat round that has some 80mm of penetration, so you can actually even knock out the T-34 in this tank, should you ever come across them, or for that matter the T-50. Okay, so we got contact. That's a hit. I'm gonna get the F out of here. Wait for reinforcements, call down some RD on that guy. Make him go off balance. So there's also T-60 on my right side. Let's see whether I can get the nice shot on him. Yeah, he's dead. Side of the turret like that, then it's all over. T-28 down there. Hit the gunner, he's gone, and kill assist. So let's roll up the flank. This tank ain't bad, it's just that you have to adopt the playing style in order to be successful in it, because it doesn't really have all that much armor. It has more armor than the Panzer 38T, but still it seems like the tank is really boxy. So here you can see that this tank only has 30mm of armor and 15mm on the side. So if you angle the tank slightly, you will increase the effective thickness on the front plate of the tank, but you will show a weaker side of the tank. If you angle the tank slightly like this, the enemy will actually have an easier time penetrating your side than the more protected front. But that's the only way to play the tank. If you're not parking like this in front of the enemy, just firing at them, that might also work. So over to this little beauty, Pzkfw 3 Ausführung E, or the Emil, as I seem to recall that the Germans called this tank. And as you could see there, while we were logging in, I only use AP and HE round. I've only unlocked the rank 1 upgrades for it. So we're gonna cross the bridge here, and then after that I'm gonna go north. But this tank is actually, or was actually, the first tank to be designed as a pure tank versus tank. Oh man, that's awkward to say. But yeah, you get the picture. It's developed to fight other tanks. That was what I was trying to say. Okay. That made me a bit unfocused. Alright, let's see. Here's an enemy. Hit that one very high, far up. Gun is a little bouncy, in my opinion. Turret is also very slow, as the turret traverse is very slow. That guy is dead. Let's see whether we can knock out the T-70. Oh, gun velocity is also great. I'm suspecting that this tank actually have the same gun as the Pzkfw 38T. I think so. It feels like it's the same gun. The velocity on the gun is great for being rank 1. And that's what you want in this game. High velocity guns. Doesn't matter what kind of caliber it has or how big the shell is, as long as you have good velocity on the cannon. If you have that, you will be the boss in the game, because you won't miss your shots, hopefully. So here's a T-26. Got him. I'm playing a little risky now, kind of moving out into the open. And there's the same tank that I'm driving at the moment, but the Russian version. And he got whacked. So, although it's designed to fight other tanks, it doesn't really have much armor. And that kind of bugs me. Because, you know, if you're a tank designed to fight other tanks, you'll most probably go up against anti-tank guns that are quite potent when it comes to penetrating armor. And, well, there's two ways to go about it. Either you make a very light tank capable of doing 60 kph and turning on a dime with an okay gun, or you make a tank with more armor and a better gun. This tank doesn't have either of that. It's slow, doesn't turn all that well, but it does have a great gun, so that's one thing that's in its favor. Let's see if we can knock out this BT-7 and help out our teammate. Yes, we can. So now the game is actually pretty secure. I didn't get to fight all that much enemy tanks, but I think you got the picture. The Pzkfw 3 Ausführung E is a decent tank, although it's not the best. I would actually prefer the Pzkfw 38T before this one. They have roughly the same armor. This tank has 25mm of armor at the front. This tank has 30 at the front and actually 30 at the side, but side armor isn't all that important. I would much rather prefer speed and mobility over all-round armor and an okay gun. Let's check whether both of the tanks has the same gun. So that's the KWK-36 and that's the KWK-38. So what's the difference between the guns? Armor penetration 45 at best. Armor penetration 48. This is actually a better anti-tank gun in that case. It has a muzzle velocity of 762 meters per second. And this gun with normal stock ammo has 741. So it's actually a bit slower, this cannon. But the difference between those two isn't great. So I would probably still go with the Pzkfw 38T as for A after having unlocked the Pzkfw 2 as for F. So I would unlock this one first, and then when I got the points for it I would go straight to this one. And I would use this tank to unlock all the others. And once I've unlocked the Stug 3 as for A, I would go with this tank, because this tank is crazy. And after that, I don't know, Stug 3F probably, and I would start to unlock tanks here. And when I got the modded 3, I would use that one. And I love these two as well, so I would go for those as well as the Pzkfw 4 outfitting F2. And once you're up there, you're in the middle leagues in the German tank tree. So yeah, I hope you guys have found this video educational, and I hope it have made the decision to choose a tank when you start out your adventure up the German tank tree easier. As always, if you feel like it, give the video a like and comment, and I'll answer your questions if you have any, and if I can answer them. Often I can, but you know. So anyway, thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you guys around.